From 2019, Pokimane became one of the most talked about creators online, largely because of controversy. She's been called out by creators like PewDiePie and Penguin Zero, and over the years, she's been involved in multiple high-profile feuds. But the situation that really highlighted the divide in the streaming community was her feud with xQc.
Amazon isn't Twitch. When will people get this? There's a massive difference.
In 2023, xQc announced his $100 million deal with Kick, the biggest headline in the streaming world that year. It was a generational moment, but instead of celebrating with him, Pokimane responded in a way that surprised everyone. During a Twitch stream, Pokimane responded to a chat message suggesting Kick was taking over streaming. She casually claimed that Kick was just making Twitch money, and added that Twitch could shut Kick down whenever they wanted.
You don't understand that Kick makes Twitch money. Like, Kick is using Twitch's services. And if Twitch really wanted, they could just stop giving these services
box
to Kick.
Toyota for safety to look.
Well, right now, they're just sitting back like, thanks, I guess.
xQc didn't take long to respond. He pushed back hard, saying Pokimane's explanation just wasn't correct. According to him, Kick wasn't some Twitch-funded project at all. Yes, it uses Amazon's AWS servers, but AWS and Twitch aren't the same thing. Amazon is a massive company, and Twitch is only a small piece of it.
Brother, Amazon isn't Twitch. When will people get this? There's a massive difference, right? So, in Amazon's view of the world, right? Amazon as a parent company, they're literally making money off of Kick and losing money on Twitch. It is not a flex to say that Amazon is making money off of Kick. That is like the most counter flex of all time.
Instead of breaking that down or clarifying her argument, Pokimane shifted the conversation in a different direction. She suggested that the backlash had less to do with what she said and more to do with who she was, implying that people were attacking her because she's a woman. But that explanation didn't really calm anything down. Not long after, someone in her chat asked a simple question: would you move to Kick for $10 million? She said this.
Nope. No, and it's not because I got like $10 million. It's just because I'm good as I am. Why would I compromise my morals and ethics for more money when I have money? Something about that is so cringe to me personally. Like, I understand, you know, if you need to make money, right? For me to do cringe shit when I have I can't. Like, ew.
A lot of viewers, though, it didn't come across that way. The way she said it felt dismissive, almost sarcastic, and many people felt like she was taking subtle shots at xQc rather than standing on some moral high ground. And xQc wasn't going to let that slide. He responded again, calling out what he saw as a clear double standard. He pointed out that Pokimane was quick to criticize Kick over gambling associations, but had never spoken up about Amazon, Twitch's parent company, working with major gambling platforms like DraftKings.
Or we could talk about her other close friends that took stake deals that gambled on a daily, which ended up using more of their audience than I did for Gamba, and actually had more stream hours on the sites than I did. What about those? Oh, okay. Okay. Those aren't morally and ethically bankrupt, are they? Okay.
Although it seemed like the controversy had died down, things were about to get even messier. When Valkyrie publicly congratulated xQc on his new deal, she later revealed that Pokimane had messaged her privately, expressing surprise that Ray would support something like gambling. To fans, it felt like Pokimane was trying to force her views on others, and even xQc was reportedly shocked by the revelation.
I tweeted congrats to xQc and Kick because I think it's like a win-win situation for both parties. And she reached out and she was like, I was kind of surprised that you were publicly supporting it. And I do want to make it clear that it is kind of a weird situation because the platform is run by crypto gambling. It promotes gambling.
The situation ultimately marked the end of their friendship after xQc saw Pokimane publicly clarify what she meant in her private message to Ray.
Ray asking her why she congratulated X. I didn't ask why she congratulated X. I asked
If
her
everyone
why
is
she
schizo.
tweeted, I guess in a way that was like supporting Kick. And I made it very clear to her. I was like, I'm not trying to reprimand you. I just feel like we've talked about this kind of stuff before, and I'm curious for your opinion as someone who's a friend of mine. I think it's good to talk to fellow streamer friends about how they feel about something, so you can also form your opinion whether you agree or disagree. That's all. Do you guys have friends?
No. And this is why.
For many viewers, it didn't feel like a moral stance. It came across more as Pokimane struggling with xQc's rise surpassing her own. In 2024, after nearly 10 years as one of Twitch's most recognizable faces, she decided to step away from her exclusive Twitch contract. At first, fans assumed it was simply about exploring other platforms or opportunities, but she later clarified her reasoning. On her Spotify podcast, Pokimane explained that it wasn't about money or a new deal. She said her decision was influenced by the culture on Twitch, particularly the growth of what she described as manosphere red pill content. This time, she directly called out some of the most popular and established male creators, accusing them of contributing to misogyny and toxic behavior on the platform. Not everyone agreed with her perspective. Many remembered that Twitch had consistently protected her, even in situations where other creators faced bans for far less. Despite her controversies over the years, the platform had always backed her. So when she framed herself as reacting to the platform's culture, a lot of people were skeptical. Some thought her departure wasn't about escaping toxicity but about adapting to a shifting streaming landscape, where reacting to videos with a snack in hand didn't attract the same audience anymore. Even Asmongold commented that her reasoning didn't fully add up, pointing out that if red-pilled content was the problem, then YouTube had been a bigger hub for it than Twitch had ever been.
Like, are you kidding me? You're gonna go and say this about Twitch and then go to YouTube? It's like there's like some YouTube short and like it fucking, there's like some guy that says like women shouldn't be able to drive. And then there's like a clip of a woman crashing into a tree.
To many fans, it felt like Pokimane was trying to rewrite history, overlooking the fact that Twitch had backed her through nearly a decade of controversies. In the end, the feud between xQc and Pokimane wasn't really about kick, gambling, or even money. It was about two creators who saw the streaming world very differently. xQc treated platforms as business decisions, while Pokimane framed them as moral choices. And once those two perspectives collided in public, there was no easy way back. What made it worse was that instead of staying a private disagreement, it played out in front of millions, with fans, other creators, and even former friends getting pulled into it. By the time everything settled, the relationship was already done. Not because of one comment, but because neither side was willing to back down.